I need help reassembling a Moen 7400 faucet.
Hi, my name is I have over 20 years of plumbing experience. I'll be happy to help you. Do you mind if I ask your first name? I am uploading a diagram. Let me know if this is the faucet you are working on.
I'm at work now. It looks similar, but the retaining nut is different. Mine includes a domed part unless the two somehow fit together.
Okay, I'm going to upload a PDF from Moen. If you follow down the right side of the pages, it will show the 7400 faucet and a breakdwon of the parts. And how they install. Did you take it apart to make a repair with a new repair kit? I'll give you the link to the PDF, https://www.moen.com/shared/docs/instruction sheets/ins111b.pdf.
I took it apart but don't remember the pivot stop. Now I can't figure out how to put the pivot stop on.
Okay, that link should help.
Does the nut separate from the plastic dome, which is not shown on the diagram? I believe it is actually under the chrome dome in the illustration. I get off work in 6 hours and will try then.
What exactly didn't seem right when you were putting it back together? Was the handle just wobbling?
The pivot stop. I can see how the pivot stop fits on top where the cartridge fits in, but if I put it on, I can't get the retaining nut on. If I put the retaining nut on, there is a plastic dome piece that doesn't allow me to put the pivot stop on. I'm left with one of two options. Cut the two pieces apart or go buy a new Delta faucet. I've got 5 hours into a 30-minute job, not to mention a pissed-off wife.
Oh yes, an upset wife makes things difficult, lol. I had one the other day while I was working on a motorcycle. Spout goes on, then retainer nut, then pivot stops just sits on that. Then the handle adapter will screw down into the cartridge. Your issue may actually be the handle adapter, though it's hard to find a diagram that shows it. It should have a small plastic clip in it. That is what fits snugly on the cartridge stem.
Okay, I can't do anything until I get home and can look at it.
Okay then, let me see if I can locate you a video of what I am talking about. If I was at your house, I could probably do it in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 10 minutes. It came apart way too easy.
Did you replace the cartridge? Is that why you had it apart? Well, I've installed hundreds of those Moen faucets and repaired many as well. So I have a bit of a jump on you. Look at 6B. Does this look like where you are having trouble? http://www.moen.com/consumer support/installation help/tutorial. It equals Moen 0133.
This is not a 7400 faucet. The dome and retaining nut appear to be one piece. If not, are they pressed together or threaded? If I could separate them, I could install the retaining nut, then the pivot stop, and then the rest of the PSRTS.
Yes, but you have these parts that have to go in this order prior to the dome/handle is what I was trying to get at. Okay, you and I may be talking about a different part. Back to the original diagram I sent, it shows a pivot stop and pivot retainer. Maybe the retainer you are speaking of and not the stop. https://www.moen.com/shared/docs/instruction sheets/ins111a.pdf. The 7400 is on the right side of the page. So the issue you are having is with number 6 not fitting correctly and not number 9 in that diagram?
6 and 10 are one piece. If I can't separate them, when I get off work I'm going to see if I can buy them new and my problem should be over because then the pivot stop will be able to be installed.
Now I see what you must have done then. You took handle off, then took screw out of the handle retainer, then just turned the dome? If that is the case, now it makes sense. Yes, those do come apart. That's why I was trying to explain or show an order for taking these apart in reassembly. If you have 6 and 10 as one piece, then you should be able to take them apart by holding the dome and turning it counterclockwise to remove from part 10 smile. To reassemble, screw number 10 onto stem that will be above the spout, sit number 9 on top of that. Put number 8 onto the cartridge stem and insert the screw number 7. Then the dome should sit down on that and tighten clockwise. Put your handle back on and you have a happy wife smile. Found a video finally that shows the steps https://u2.b/upcsc. That shows the removal of those parts. So you just took it apart, a little unusual. Maybe that's why you thought it came out easy smile. So once you unscrew part number 10 out of that dome, you are good to go with reassembly correctly. Does this all make sense now? You should not have to buy any other parts. You wouldn't find an assembly put together the way you have it removed now. They do not come that way. Those pieces go on one at a time and not sold as an assembly. You are fine with what you have and are only a few minutes away from getting it back together now. Are you following me with this now? This has it solved smile.
Makes sense. Can't wait to get home and impress my wife. She was so upset not having a kitchen sink she didn't pack me a lunch and now I have indigestion from eating out of vending machines all night. Thanks for your help. I'll let you know if I have any more problems when I get home.
You are welcome and you are fine now. Just unscrew that piece out. Sorry it took me so long and I had to ask many questions. It was just hard to visualize what you had going on there. But it's solved now. Where else can you find a plumber at 3 a.m. LOL? You can rate now and this question will still remain open with me should you need to follow up. Yes, your wife will be impressed. Smile. Thank you for the rating and the bonus, that is appreciated very much. Also, in case you didn't know, you don't ever have to buy parts for that faucet. Call Moen and they will send them to you for free.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.